We saw 85 cents when the entire market nuked on speculation that the ETF would get delayed. Like, that's the big thing. Cosmos ecosystem, to me, is going to be the narrative in the bull of this whole modular blockchain and the ability to drive stuff.
Does SEI have a place in this world of crypto? Solana has a place in the world because of instant transactions, incredibly low fees, very fast, Ethereum competitor, great NFT ecosystem. DeFi is way more enjoyable on Solana. AVAX has its place in the world because some of the best games in the space are building on AVAX. It's a gaming ecosystem. Everybody thinks crypto gaming is going to be huge. Why SEI?
Say what you want, but this to me is like a no-brainer. I think SEI is going much higher. Even right here, dude, a 3x is 180, and that feels like a no-brainer. Sell me the bullshit. I want all the SEI. I want all of it. I think SEI makes the most sense from an actual developer standpoint. Like, it was my thesis with Near as well, being written in JavaScript. SEI for me is one that they talk about modular blockchains and the ability to plug and play stuff, and it's a heavy focus on open source tech stacks, which is going to allow people to just kind of copy paste and drive quicker development life cycles. Developers lead to users because you can create and innovate and try new things much quicker. The ability to spin things up and actually leverage a blockchain that has multiple different components versus a singular instance that needs to execute, transact, validate, and process. Whereas now you have 4 different components that can handle it. It also helps with things like failover, which is something that Solana actually struggled with, because if one piece of a modular blockchain goes down, that doesn't mean that the entirety of it goes down. I see Ebrink asking, what is a modular blockchain exactly? You look at EVM tech stacks, ETH itself has to do everything from processing transactions to validating transactions to executing transactions all in a single instance. With these Cosmos blockchains, there's separate instances that can handle different things. So you have, when you think of like an AWS server is the thing that I like to compare it to, because people understand Amazon. There's multiple different parts that make up Amazon's entertainment tech stack. You got the Kindle, Amazon Video, you got Amazon Store. These are 3 different separate entities that make up one parent company. That's the thing that I look at here. This to me is where I'm actually confident, and I've spent a lot of time looking into it. And I don't really talk about new blockchains unless I actually sit down and read. Like, I've read a ton
he
of
knows
this
about
stuff.
deep cut crypto stuff. A lot of the stuff, hey, one thing, and I'm not insulting you, Easy. A lot of the stuff that you know a ton about is not going to matter in 10 years.
100%.
But some of the shit is going to matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think that's why right now is a good time to get into SEI under 70 cents, because we've seen a new all-time high in a moment of weakness across the market, and that showed strength. And it has all the right narratives for something new, which is what the space wants. This blockchain's 3 months old, 4 months old. It's so early.
and real quick, one thing, and I want to hear what Kix thinks about this, but my position with a lot of these assets is, am I betting that this thing is never going to make another all-time high? But let's say you don't buy Bitcoin here, you don't buy Ethereum here, you don't buy Solana here. Are you suggesting it's not going to make a new all-time high? You don't buy Coinbase stock here. Are you saying it's never going to make a new all-time high? That's the way I think through this stuff. I'm like, do I really think that for all of eternity, the all-time high has been made? But I don't know what SEI. SEI wasn't around last cycle, was it?
Like, it's really young. And that to me is like, I've said the same thesis is like, in new cycles, people tend to navigate and gravitate towards the new things, which is like, this is a new thing. The Cosmos ecosystem was around last cycle, but things like Celestia, Atom, SEI are newer blockchains that if they keep doing and finding success, they're going to just absolutely send, much like we saw Solana go from $3 to $260 last cycle and ETH go from 80 to 2 grand the cycle before it. These new chains are the ones that like, you can feel a little more comfortable not going out, and injective. That's also another good call in Cosmos. That's where I'm like, you want to see stuff right now that's starting to show ecosystem growth, user interest, new products, a bolstering ecosystem of developers, which all of these Cosmos ecosystems are, and yet they're still new. So now for me, I'm like, okay, they were like purely in price discovery basically until the bear market, where they need to figure out what actually is quote fair value and where people are comfortable trading them. And that's why I look at these things, because Cosmos was around, but the only other thing with like these is like VC unlocks, which is like my concern.
Dude, the way Popcan thinks about this stuff, I love hearing the way Popcan thinks about this stuff. This mentality also doesn't work for Bitcoin. I'm going to call you out on that, Popcan. When it comes to Bitcoin, it doesn't work. But when it comes to these speculative ass crypto assets, he's got the best mentality. He goes, there's no bag holders yet with the SEI blockchain. So it's just up only. Kicks, I know you like that. You like that right there.
I do like that. Yeah, for sure. And I mean, like, yeah, the new coins are the ones that are going to be much more likely to pump hard and make big all-time highs in the next bull run. I like Easy's thesis. Is this a Korean company, Easy?
I have no idea.
What?
I don't think so.
What are you
I'm
talking
bullish on the
I don't-
Koreans. You know,
Yeah,
they
I don't
did
think
Luna.
it is, to be honest. The founder of SEI has like posted selfies, and I'm fairly certain he's white.
We'll end on that.